I want to talk about the importance of safeguarding your energy. And that can look different in many areas in your life. For example, who you hang out with. Do you spend time with people that nourish your life, that make you feel fulfilled, that uplift you? Or do you surround around people that have self-limiting beliefs that can even drag you down as well, or have that energy about them where they just focus too much on the negative? And of course, it is important to have a balanced perspective on things, but you need to remember how limited our time is in a day and energy. And we want to make sure that we use that intentionally. Many times we can feel too much of a need to be a people pleaser and be nice to people, engaging in small talk more than you'd like. And in terms of the small talk, you have to think about who is really benefiting from this, because normally it's a shallow conversation that neither you nor maybe the other party would really want. Oftentimes we have those minutes in between our work or our projects or our chores where we leave it up in the air of what we're gonna do. And many times we find ourselves scrolling or just allow our minds to wander into whatever is in front of us in the moment. And I want to reflect on the importance of safeguarding our energy, our focus, our time that is very limited in a single day. And think about how you choose to spend it. In a perfect day, what would every minute of your life look like? How would it be spent? Who would you be with? What would you be doing? I want you to think about those things. I need to think about those things because I'm still growing myself. I've been trying really hard to be more mindful throughout the day. I've found myself more than I have lately scrolling on YouTube Shorts or even Instagram, and I've just been feeling less so like myself, and I want to make that change. Hence why I'm pushing myself to even make videos, because one shift in the energy that I want to take and I want to push you to take as well is to be more proactive in your life and be a creator. It doesn't have to be creating content on social media. It can be, if you're an artist, if you like to draw, to journal, to put your own thoughts on paper, to make music, if you're an athlete, to refine your craft, if you're a dancer, to create a performance, whatever it is that you like, to get lost into doing it, because at least that was your decision to do so. I'm trying to use these little minutes of my time to push myself to orient in that way of thinking, and I hope you can see that intention. I feel in this moment resistance because it's so new to me to be able to talk in front of a camera and to just speak my mind and to not be so conscious about the fear of what others may be thinking on the other end of the screen. That's not what's important. What's important is the value I'm deriving from taking this action for myself. And I want you to reflect on what action can you take today. I typically work at the martial arts studio 6 to even 7 days in a week, and a lot of people typically get Saturday and Sunday off, but this was my longest break, and I want to utilize it wisely to really take the time to reflect, and instead of just vegging out, try to hone in on how I want to use my time better. And I hope you all spent this weekend really enjoying time with your family, your loved ones, or even taking the time to really get into those hobbies that you enjoy. I hope that it was a great weekend spent, and if you happen to get the chance to listen to this video, I want you to just take a brief moment to think about what was your purpose of listening to this or any video that you may be going to next on social media or YouTube specifically. What is your intention, and how can you utilize this content to create something? I want you to think about If there's any ideas that came to your head while listening to this, or any videos on this platform, what are you going to do with it? How are you going to make a bigger impact in your own life or in the life of others? What are you going to do differently in this very moment? I hope that you can see through me making this video, because clearly I'm a novice at this, and it is quite uncomfortable for me to be able to speak in front of a camera. And you know what? That's great, because it's through this discomfort that I will grow, and I will build on my public speaking skills, my ability to be an empathetic speaker for those who may be listening, instead of rambling too much, or to be mindful of the verbiage that I use, being more intentional with my word choice. I love that word, being intentional, or intent, because it's very possible, as you may know, especially with all the technology that we have today, to just get lost into consuming. It's very easy to just have your life just be lived out and you're in the passenger seat. But I'm trying to take these small yet deliberate steps in being an advocate for myself, so that way I can be able to inspire others. Thank you for tuning again with me on this journey, and I'll see you again soon.